Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And many tech blogs, analysts, tech enthusiasts all agree that the C-band spending on the C-band auctions, the spending levels are unprecedented, unlike we've ever seen before in the wireless industry. So that has many people questioning, what does that mean for the future of the wireless industry? Are the companies going to push that cost off on the consumer? Are bills going to increase? Many people have already said that's a foregone conclusion based on the inflation that's coming over the next decade. And then, of course, the costs included, not only spending on the auction itself, but also the cost included with actually materializing and adding that spectrum into the network. Some are saying that this could mean that they reduce their level of spending. Some could say that actually it means they likely won't increase capital investment. They'll just keep it around the same levels that it's always been. So there are several opinions that are floating around, and I think the opposite. I think there's still some things that the carriers are going to monetize. So you could say, based on the monetization, that's how they push the cost off on the consumer. But I just don't see on the unlimited plans one line cost 120, 130, 140 bucks. I don't think anyone is going to pay that for a single line. So they have to strategically figure out on how they monetize. Verizon clearly stated they want to monetize enterprise, so there's a lot of money to be made there. Then there's the call filter, which they charge $2.99. I know that's not a lot, but if you if you can get just maybe 20, 30, 40% of your base and add that as an add-on, that's a pretty good amount of money. T-Mobile clearly chasing home internet to fill in some of that capacity. I still really believe that's 100% upside, and I think that's going to be the most successful part of T-Mobile's business strategy going forward, at least in the short and the midterm. Wireless is always going to be there. They're a pure wireless player, and that's, of course, where 99% of their income comes from, their revenue. But I'm seeing a lot of people already get out of Cox, Spectrum, Charter. So there's many people that have been waiting for this day to come, and they're getting the T-Mobile home internet, and T-Mobile's already making that $50 every month. They're going to start making that revenue. They're going to start making those profits, and that's going to justify them spending a little bit on C-band and then also participating in that extra 2.5 that's coming up. The C-band, they likely spent more heavier in parts where they don't own any 2.5 at all. The other 2.5 auction 108, they likely buy some blocks in some areas that make the spectrum more contiguous, so they can push 100, maybe even 200, so 100 megahertz blocks of mid-band 5G in the future. And then AT&T, it looks like they are potentially the best position to offset any negatives from this auction. They did have to go into debt, or are going to go into debt, an additional $14 billion. Again, that is still labeled as seeking and discussing, so that has not been officially approved by the banks. That should happen over the next few days if they are going to approve it. Could it be $14 billion? Could it be less? Could it be more? We will see once the final numbers are approved. But AT&T is the best positioned in terms of revenue and profits to really keep pricing the same as it is, or to even offer a better value proposition in terms of price. So I've been discussing it with a source of mine that is AT&T the best position to become the value player in the future, and they likely are. They have a great product in AT&T TV. Fiber is being rolled out at mass scale. That's the only problem that I see with the fiber. If they associate, which they are going to do starting the 19th, if they associate any of the deals, the bundles with fiber, the biggest issue is the fiber's not everywhere. So there's going to be a lot of customers that are going to want this, but they don't have the services available in the area. So there's another massive expansion coming this year and next year, and also in 2023 as well. So you're going to see more fiber, but is it going to be by 2023? Is it going to be necessarily at the scale where it's like everyone can make use of it? Likely not yet. There's going to have to be several years of a bigger investment for AT&T's fiber to be in most neighborhoods and upgraded where they do have existing services. So I don't think this is the end all be all, but I do think the carriers are going to have to really strategically monetize the customer, and to where they also feel that they're getting value for what they're actually adding on to the plan. I think ARPU is good, and I do see that going up, but I think the future wireless money driver that they're going to be looking at is the ARPA, the average price per account. What can you as a sales rep add on to the account to increase the ARPA? Home internet, call filter, the Scam Shield Premium, T-Mobile's home internet, T-Vision. That's what the attachment rates are really going to be focused on for the carriers, because that's where they're going to make the additional revenue and profits in the future. AT&T has been at this far longer. They've been bundling TV and home internet far longer than the other two. You could say Verizon has Fios, so they've been doing it as well, but not at the type of scale that AT&T has been at. And T-Mobile is going to have a pretty good reachability with their home internet, that it's based on wireless services. So they're going to be able to attach this to pretty much wherever the N41 is live, and they feel they have robust capacity in those areas. They can offer it to homes and apartments wherever towers are nearby. So they have that play. They are still scaling T-Vision, so they're trying to get that out there to the masses. So there's some pretty good competition there. So I don't think spending the amount that these carriers are spending is the end-all be-all. But they are going to have to, I think, monetize add-ons versus increasing pricing. Because if they're gonna keep increasing line fees and just pricing period per line, they're gonna start losing customers to prepaid and MVNO. I could see that happening now. Or there's going to be that one carrier in AT&T that does not raise prices, and they keep them the same, and people are just going to start switching to them. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading your comments. If you have been on the channel, or you are new to the channel and you have not yet liked, share, subscribe, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow all of the social media outlets for more updates, especially the Twitter and Instagram, and more interaction. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.